Recently, the home Northwest Ohio athletic contest was won high school. Allie scored her 1,000 career points. And doing so, this honor is the ninth player in the Bryan basketball history to accomplish such a feat, and only the fourth female since the inception of Lady Bear basketball. Congratulations, Allie. Along with being awarded the game ball from the historic evening, Allie's name has been added to the elite list of Bryan High School basketball players who will amass this great career total. Allie joins this list of not only great players, but examples of what talent and hard work can achieve. It is with great excitement that I now ask you, along with the Bryan Athletic Department, to stand and applaud Allie Miner on her wonderful accomplishment. Thank you.
Okay, let's play some basketball.
Welcome out to Bryan High School, where tonight the Bryan Golden Bears play host to the 14-0 Wauseon Indians here on BMU TV. Chris Malenga along with you, and Jim Funderburg here as well. And Jim, this game is not an easy one for the Golden Bears. In fact, the Indians have won 34 of their last 34 straight regular season games.
Not a bad basketball team they're going to play tonight, is it, huh? Yeah, it's a good team, a deep team in the respect of the front seven. The first seven are very solid, very good. That's why they're ranked #1 in the state of Ohio right now. Past that, there's a question mark or two, but generally they don't have to get past that. If they can get 5 or 6 or 7 guys playing in a night in a high school game, that's pretty reasonable. You know, you've got a situation where things go pretty well for the Wauseon Indians on most nights, and we've seen it. 14-0 this year, as you said. You know, 34 in a row in the regular season, and a team that's got a lot of seniors, and they're looking to really get back to Columbus this year.
Yeah, and you know, the game that I was most looking forward to see what this Wauseon team was made of was that Archbold game, and it was close for quite a bit. But then Wauseon pulled away and ended up winning that game 67-56. You know, a game that a lot of people thought Archbold might be able to steal. And the other stat that pops out in my head is that the points for and points against. Wauseon in their 14 victories have scored 842 points while only giving up 484 points.
Wow.
That's an incredible number.
Yeah, that means not only can they score a lot of points, they can shut you down on your end and not allow you to score many points. And, so they don't have to get into one of those shooting contests on a Friday night. They can win that ball game 32-28 if they need to, because they'll find a way to get their points, and they'll find a way to probably get in your way so you don't get your points. So it's going to be an interesting ball game. You just have to wonder where the Golden Bears are going to be in this one tonight. They've played pretty well a lot of times. Against Northview, they played extremely well. They opened up the season with some tough foes early on and played extremely well. Then they've had their nights where they just kind of zone out for 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, and they're in the game, and the next thing you know, they're down 8 or 10. And on a Friday night when you're scoring 50 points and you're down 8, it's kind of hard to get back in the ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you look at that league race, Wauseon and Evergreen are up at the top of the league at 2-0. Swan Liberty Center at 0-2 at the bottom of the standings. But in there, Archbold, Delta, Bryan, and Patrick Henry. And in the 2 wins that Wauseon's had in the league, they beat Delta 60-34. And so Delta 1-1 on the season. And then they beat Archbold 67-56.
Sure.
So, they're scoring a lot of points, and they did this last year. And if I recall last year doing this game, this game was Austin Rotoff sitting underneath the basket and just getting fed, and he had a ton of points. And that's what Wauseon's attempting to do tonight, is to feed him the basketball.
Well, when you have a guy that's 6'9" tall and pretty athletic like Mr. Rotroff is, that's what you're going to do. And that's the reason that you're ranked #1 in the state, and that's the reason that you have an advantage over almost everybody else that you're going to play until you get a bit later in the tournament, because he's not just a big string bean kind of kid. He's a very athletic kid that's got a little meat on his bones, and he's tough to deal with underneath that rim. And if you're 6'4", 6'5", which is really the top of the scale for the Bryan Golden Bears, it's going to be an interesting night. And you're going to have to figure out a way to get him to slow down just a little bit. But, as soon as you do that, then you've got guys like Trent Armstrong who can come in and nail you, and Owen Newlove as well. And
Everett Buter.
You can go down the list, okay? Yep. Just you slow this guy down, but it's not like you could really double team Rotroff consistently and then leave one of these other kids open, because they're quite capable of going off on you for 20 tonight as well.
Absolutely. Pretty senior-laden team. They got Dawson Rupp, a senior, Dalton Rice, a senior, Owen Newlove, a senior, CJ Mosier, a senior, Everett Buter, a senior, Brooks Geip is a senior, and Rotroff senior as well. And you just take a look at those names, and we called a lot of those names during the football season too.
Yeah, it's amazing. They just are athletes over at Wauseon. They just are athletes, and it seems like this year you think they're going to lose enough that next year they're not going to be very competitive, and sure enough, next year they're right back at you. They found a different way to play, a different way to win, and it's an amazing setup over there. Austin Rotroff is only the #2 scorer in the conference right now, but then if you go down the list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 8 is Trent Armstrong. Number 9 is Levi Seiler. And then you get down into about number 11, you got Brooks Geip, who some had talked about tonight that he wasn't going to play because of some medical issues that he had, but he's been cleared and he's ready to go. May not play the entire game, may not play the way that he would normally play in the starting lineup, but he's going to be around and he's going to get his minutes here tonight. And you've got a full complement of basketball players here tonight. This is a basketball team. Again, you go down another half a dozen or so spots. You got Newlove and Tester in that pack. So you've got about 6 guys in the top 20, 25 scorers in the league. Not many teams, not many programs are going to have that. On the other side of that, if you go look at the Bryan side, Peyton Lamberson sitting down there right around the number 10 hole right at this point in time. Then you bounce down a little bit, Zane Cup sitting down another 3 or 4 spots. And then you jump down another half a dozen or so, and you see a couple of Wauseon kids. So there's no more Bryan scorers in that mix. You got to keep going down the ladder there, and that's been another problem for this team this year. it's not been a real even scoring situation. You've got to have a couple of guys that get you high double digits, and then you hope for 4 or 5 guys to get you 6 or 7.
When you look at that league scoring, he's got 36, but ahead of him, you said Austin's number 2, Caden McGraw from Patrick Henry, but look at his total, 7 3-pointers from that kid.
Yeah,
so I mean,
exactly.
that's always going to be leading the league, you know, when you got that kind of situation. So we're going to take our first time out of the broadcast, and when we come back, we will have some more information about this game, starting lineups, and much more after this on BMU TV.
When we moved into our new facility, I was a little worried about Bob. Bob really loved our temporary office pod. In fact, he was so comfortable, it was a bit concerning. The good news is that Bob has really embraced our new building and has seemed to settle into his new surroundings here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. Now I have a new concern. What's that old saying? People in glass offices should not wear bathrobes? We make buying a vehicle very comfortable here at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
An insurance policy is essentially a promise to pay for covered losses that occur to your assets. At Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, we take this promise seriously, from the minute you accept the policy to the moment the loss occurs and beyond. That's why we place your auto, home, or business insurance with an experienced carrier like the Central Mutual Insurance Company. Our expertise, matched with Central's quality products and service, provide you protection, security, and peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month. That's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU Extended Basic Cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
It's you. 'Cause all that's waiting is regret.
In the entire office over there, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. So, looking at some of the stats tonight, Jim, Peyton Lamberson, leading scorer for the Golden Bears. He's averaging, his points per game is, where'd it go? Well, he's averaging 44% from the field. It's a good situation for him. Actually, he's averaging 56% from the field. But we need other people to step up and pick up some of the pace. And you can't have just one guy doing all the scoring.
No.
And in the last game we covered, Peyton Lamberson was really limited because he was in trouble with a lot of fouls. So, who's going to be that guy that's going to pick it up tonight and really stand in there for the Golden Bears? And then you look at the defensive end for the Bears, and they're going to make a couple of changes we talked about earlier off the air, but they're going to be starting a freshman with some height in order to help us out.
Well, Titus Rohrer, they say, is going to get the start here tonight, because you got to have somebody that can at least come close to matching up with a young guy that's 6'9" tall. Because really, as we talked about a minute ago, you're going to have a hard time double teaming. You're going to have a hard time trapping. You're going to have a hard time really any other way than just to play these guys straight up and try to just outplay them tonight. I mean, that's a tough task for any basketball team. tough task for the Golden Bears tonight, but pretty much when you get a team as good as this one is and as well balanced as what this one is, you're not going to beat these guys on a gimmick. You're not going to beat them on a fluke. You're just going to have about 7 guys on your lineup have the game of their life. And tonight might be that night. You never can tell. Nice crowd here. Got the pep band on hand. You got everything rolling your way. Maybe if you get off to a fast start and kind of keep that momentum going all the way to the half, then come out and get a good start in the third quarter, who knows? But unfortunately for most people in this gym, I think they're thinking this could be one of those 15, 20-point games with the Indians going back east with an easy win.
I'll tell you what, I was just amazed at the crowd that was here, and they were here for the freshman game.
Yep.
You know, as well. And speaking of the early game, the JV game ended up 32-28, and that went into overtime.
Yeah, that was interesting ball game because Bryan was down in that ball game quite a bit most of the way.
Yeah.
And we're able to get back and tie it at the very end. A couple of calls that didn't make the Wauseon people real happy, and a couple things that happened that just kind of sent them into overtime. And then all of a sudden, Wauseon got really hot. They got out to a 30-23 lead, so Bryan didn't score for a longest time, and then we're able to hit a couple shots there in the last minute of that overtime period and close that gap. But they were down 8 points most of that overtime period, and wasn't a good fifth quarter. But the Golden Bears played 4 really good quarters tonight against Wauseon's JV.
Absolutely, and you know, Wauseon and Bryan getting ready to tangle. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for you after this on BMU TV.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536. At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
Hey there, I'm Dieter Held with Daryl Shirkey Ford Lincoln in Montpelier, Ohio. Here to tell you a little bit about the 2018 Ford Escape lease specials that we have going on this month. This 2018 White Gold Escape SE comes equipped with 4-wheel drive, Bluetooth, heated seats, and a reverse backup camera. Best of all, this 2018 Escape lease special comes in as low as $249 a month here at Williams County's #1 volume leader, Daryl Shirkey Ford Lincoln.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
public address announcer for tonight's starting lineup.
This game have met the requirements set by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and have been approved for their important role in tonight's game. The officials in tonight's game are Mr. Thomas Donovan, Mr. Gregory Lawrence, and Mr. Alan Redlinski. In order to make tonight's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. That means follow the rules, speak and act responsibly, and show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, the officials and coaches, the administration and authority figures, and of course, your team and opponents. Let's make tonight's contest great, and remember to respect the game. And now let's meet the players in tonight's game. First, the visitors, the Wauseon Indians. A 6'4" junior, number 5, Levi Seiler. A 6-foot junior, number 12, Trent Armstrong. A 6'4" senior, number 21, Owen Newlove. A 6'1" senior, number 22, CJ Mosier. And a 6'9" senior, number 34, Austin Rocha. And now the starting lineups for your Bryan Golden Bears. A 6'2" senior, number 2, Peyton Lamberson. A 6'3" senior, number 3, Zane Cup. A 6-foot senior, number 10, Evan Smith. A 6'5" junior, number 32, Connor Lemon. And a 6'6" freshman, number 42, Titus Rohrer. The Indians are coached by Mr. Chad Burt, assisted by Dave Storr. The Bears are coached by Mr. Brandon Fisher, assisted by Chad Bassett and Steve Lamberson.
There you have it, the starting lineups here on BMU getting set to do this one. It's going to be Austin Rotroff in center circle against the freshman. Welcome to the big leagues, Titus.
Welcome to Friday night, Titus, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right, let's get this one tipped off. Roar against Rotroff in the center circle. And this gym's already pretty loud. Here comes the tip, and it goes back the Indians' way to Trent Armstrong. Armstrong will bring it up over the timeline, working against Zane Cup. He'll go to the right side, then go left to Mosier. Mosier will right back to him. Then to Newlove, to Seiler. Back out to Mosier, now in the corner to Seiler. Thought about a 3. Passes around the horn to Armstrong on the right wing. They feed it underneath the Rotroff. Looking for some help working against double team.
Wow, they did double him.
And back out to Newlove, and now they bring the double team off. Armstrong drives the lane, puts up a shot, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Indians of Wauseon. But Jim, the Bears did a pretty decent job of defending that.
Yeah, they did a very nice job defending. They played defense that way all night long. It could be a good ball game. Now's where this end's going to be the interesting one here.
Bears lose the basketball. Here's Evan Smith who gets it back. Now to Cup. Cup will drive, work around the screen, then give out to Lamberson. Now back to Smith. Smith launches a 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Seiler. Wauseon will run it down. Seiler working against Peyton Lamberson. Pass is knocked away. by Evan Smith. Smith will make a nice move, put up a shot, and we got a tie ball game. I don't know what happened there, but they Indians just couldn't find it. He was looking for Newlove, who didn't know where the basketball was. Armstrong now with it. Give it to Newlove. To Mosier now down low. Back up top of the key to Armstrong. They'll feed it underneath to Rotroff, knocked away. He'll try to save it out of bounds, and we're going to get our first foul on Connor Lemons.
Lemons gave him just a little bit of a bump down there to kind of help him go out of bounds, and very, very minor foul, but definitely a foul, and that's number 1 on Lemons tonight.
And Lemons had foul trouble the last broadcast game we did. He was out a lot of the first half with 3 quick fouls.
Need him in there, too. I mean, you really need the 2 big guys in on this floor if you can keep them there.
Wotroff will head to the bucket, put it up and in, and draw the foul. And it's going to be on Evan Smith. Smith will pick up his first.
Well, that's kind of good news, actually, because it looked like it could have gone against Rohr, and then you had both your big guys with a foul just a minute and a half into the first quarter.
So Rotroff makes attempt for the three-point play, doesn't get it. Rebound comes down to Rohr. Now Evan Smith will run it. Head over the timeline, go to Rohr. Now over to Lamberson on the right wing. Top of the key to Cup. Cup thinks about a 3, then drives, pops it back out to Smith on the left wing. Smith feeds it underneath, and it's knocked out of bounds. Will stay with the Bears. I don't know where Smith was going with that one, Jim.
I don't either. He must have expected somebody to cut, but all he was throwing it to were red shirts.
And Rotroff knocks it out of bounds, so the Bears will retain it. Here's Lamberson, feeds underneath the Cup. Cup will take a step back, put it up, and no good. And the rebound tipped around and finally comes down to Trent Armstrong. And Armstrong will bring it down. Armstrong will feed over to Mosier. Mosier bounce pass over to Newlove, now back over to Armstrong. Armstrong will try to drive, and we're going to get a blocking foul on Zane Cup.
Oh boy, that was close too. Looked like he was awful close to having the position there.
Yep.
Cutting off that lane, but that was bang bang, and Fisher could have gone either way maybe on that one.
Absolutely. Mosier will inbound under the basket, gives to Armstrong. Armstrong. Over to the Mosier, top of the key. He launches a 3 and nothing but cords. And quickly it's 7-2.
Mosier just grabbed that thing and very nonchalantly dropped it to the floor.
So Smith with the basketball over to Cup, left wing. Bears need to get some offense going. Now they give to Rohr. Now back to Smith, right wing. Smith to Lemons. Lemons at the top of the key. Back to Smith. Smith will dribble to the center circle and reset things. Over to Lamberson on the left wing. Lamberson will give to Rohr and to Smith. Bears just cannot get it inside tonight. Cup with the basketball. Now over to Rohr on the left wing. Peyton Lamberson underneath. He slides into a double team, then back out to Cup, who launches 3. And that'll keep him in it.
There you go. That's exactly what you need to keep you in it. Nice and patient. Don't try to force anything. Find that good shot and then make it when you got the opportunity.
On the other side, it's Seiler on the left wing. He'll look to drive. About the foul line, passes over to Newlove. Newlove will drive, working on Rohr. Then back out to Seiler. Now they'll feed underneath. Shot up and good. That is Owen Newlove. Newlove with his first bucket of the night, and they've spread it out. All the people on the floor have at least 2 except for Levi Seiler.
And I don't have him missing from the floor right now.
Yep.
I've got him 4 for 4 from the floor at this moment.
I think you're right, Jim. Cup with the basketball. Now they cross court it to Smith. Smith to Lamberson. Somebody's got to get hot from the outside. Up in the air, shot is missed. It was in and out for Connor Lemons. Rebound comes down to Wauseon. The other thing is, Jim, I don't think they have an offensive rebound.
Yeah, no, I don't think the Bears do have an offensive rebound. I'm not keeping offensive and defensive rebounds, but I think you're right, Chris.
3 ball in the air for Wauseon. That is C.J. Mosier. Mosier now with 6. He's got 2 threes.
Can't let him get zeroed in on you like that.
Cup with the basketball the other way for the Bears. Now to Smith, top of the key. Cup will try to make a call. Now he'll go left wing to Peyton Lamberson. Lamberson back to Smith. Now over to Cup right side. Cup with the ball fake, then back to Lamberson. Now to Smith left wing. Another ball fake. Smith will dribble inside the 3-point arc, put up a shot. Rotroff will come down with the rebound. And Seiler's coming quickly. Over to Newlove. Mosier now, back over to Seiler on the right wing. Now bounce pass to Armstrong. Now they get in the corner to Newlove. Newlove will give back over to Seiler. Seiler cross-courts it quickly to Armstrong. Thought about a three, then back to Newlove. Newlove will feed it underneath. It's knocked away, but Seiler's able to put it up, and no good. Rebound on the floor, and Wauseon comes down with it, and we're going to get a traveling violation on Wauseon. Seiler was tangled up underneath with Connor Lemons while that play was going on.
Well, that was the first miss I've got him down for tonight,
right.
so that at least is a plus. And I'll tell you what, a nice job underneath by Roars to pressure that basketball and cause that shot to be hurried just a little bit.
Bears come the other way. It's Cup just inside the three-point arc, so give him two. And it's 12-7 with 2:18 remaining, first quarter of play. Thanks for joining us here on BMU and BryanSports.com.
That's 5 for Cup. Now if you get him rolling a little bit, that'd be a good thing.
Trent Armstrong with the basketball over to Seiler, and we're going to get an offensive foul, and that is going to be on 22, C.J. Mosier. That'll be his first, team first. That's a good situation.
That is, and he's the guy that got the two threes, and Smith playing a little tighter on him this time because he had 2 good looks the last 2 times down the floor, and you can't allow him to have those. He's 2 for 2 from behind the arc. Only 2 shots he's taken tonight.
Smith will bring it up, speaking of him. And over to Lemons. Now to Lamberson, left wing. Lamberson will drive, put up a shot. Nice pump fake, and Lamberson puts it up for 2. And it's 12-9, three-point ball game. Nice job by Lamberson. Coming the other way, it's Mosier. Then to Seiler. Seiler launches a 3 in and out. Rebound comes down to Smith, and boy, he could have got another foul on Newlove.
Yeah, no doubt.
Smith will bring it up, go left side to Cup. Cup trying to feed inside. He'll give to Lamberson, right wing. Now to Smith. Smith working, and then he'll back it up and set it all up again. Smith will bounce pass over to Cup. Cup will drive. Cup will pop a shot at the foul line, up and good. Cup now with 7 points on the night. It's a 1-point ball game for Wauseon.
You know, talking to Andy Briggle the other day, he said Coach was getting on Mr. Cup, said, you're a senior, you're one of our leaders, you got to score more points. Tonight he looks like he's going to do that.
Well, that's what you need. Wauseon with the basketball. It's Armstrong working against Smith. They bounce pass it in to Rotroff, who loses it but gets it back out. Now they're going to feed it out to Mosier, who launches a 3. Long rebound. He gets his own rebound over to Armstrong. Now underneath to Rotroff again. He spins and he should get it. Whoa. Connor Lemons picks up the foul. I don't know about that. His hands are straight in the air. He had position.
Yeah,
looked like a travel to me.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there. And that's number 2 on Lemons too. That makes it tough. Makes it even tougher.
Smith is coming out, and Connor Shirkey will check in. And then we're also going to see Zach Nobis, and Connor Lemons is going to sit down, and Coach Fisher's having a discussion with the official right now about what constitutes a foul.
Wasn't happy with that call. There's no doubt about that.
They feed it underneath to Rotroff. Rotroff will bump, put up a shot, and good. And there's nothing Titus Rohr can do about that.
Nah, when you got that ball where he got that ball and he made the move that he likes to make, probably done it a million times since he was a little kid. You get him down that deep, and he's tough to guard, and you really can't foul him because you've already got 1 foul on you too. No, I'm sorry, I took that back. It went on Smith that time.
Trying to give it over to Nobis, and they lose the basketball. Cup's gonna have to launch it quickly. He does. 3 ball good. The bank was open at the end of the game. Woo! End of the quarter. We're all tied up at 14. Back after this on BMU TV.
At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a CAD operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
Well, we got a a tie basketball game here at the end of the first quarter after Zane Cup banked a shot off the backboard. A three ball after losing the basketball. He picked it up, threw up an off-balance shot, and was able to get it up and in.
Yeah,
So,
wow, I'll tell you
big.
what. Again, what's going to take the win tonight? Things like that's got to go your way. Both teams hitting 6 for 9 after a very cold start for the Bears early on. 5 rebounds to 2 for Wauseon right now. I've got both teams down for 1 turnover at this point in time. Zane Cups leads everybody in scoring with 8 points. Evan Smith
Actually,
with 2.
10.
Lamberson with 2. Well, gosh, she's got 10?
Yeah.
Whoops, I missed one then. 3, 6. Up, you know I did. I didn't add right. I got them all down. I just didn't add them up right.
Double figures in the first quarter is a good situation.
6 points for Mosier on the other side. 4 for Rotroff right now.
All right, this is Smith with the basketball. They feed it underneath to Roar, and we're going to get a turnover. He must have stepped out of bounds right on that sideline. So, not a good possession to open things up.
No, it's not the way that you want it. After you get the big shot at the buzzer, you'd like to be able to get that next shot and start to get a little momentum going your way.
New Level feed it in, and again, they're going to call a blocking foul. I'm curious because once you're set and your hands are in the air, it's really challenging to make a foul.
I think who'd they get that on? Did they call that? No,
they called that on Zach Nobis.
Yeah, and Nobis had the reach in. They didn't call the foul in front. They called Nobis on the reach in on the back. I think that one might have been a realistic foul on that side. So Nobis picks up his first now.
That'll put Rotroff at the line. First one banks off the front of the rim.
Well, he can't shoot free throws. Maybe that might be our secret tonight.
Well, actually, he only has 6 free throws in 2 games.
Okay, well there you go.
So. And that one is no good either. Nice job there by Roar to pull the rebound down, and Smith will bring up the basketball over that timeline.
That's Roar's second rebound of the night. No points yet, but the freshman's starting to get his feet, I think, and getting these sea legs out there.
They try to feed it underneath to Shirky, and it gets slammed back out, right back to Smith, though. Shirky now in the corner.
Playing at 2-1-2 right at this point in time, and they'll go into a little matchup look when people start to cut.
They got to feed that into Titus Roar because Rotroff's doing exactly the same thing that our bigs have been doing down there. Bounce pass over to Smith.
You wonder what kind of confidence he's got against the big 6'9" senior, but you don't know till you try, Chris. I agree.
Cup.
Send it down, let him put one in the air.
Now over to Shirky. Smith, what they're doing is they're like doubling the ball.
Yep. Brandon Fisher, I think his idea tonight is the fewer possessions, the better against these guys.
Yep, I think you're right. I think it's a good strategy. Cup on the left side, he'll come inside, put up a shot over Rotroff. No good, and he'll get the rebound and bring it down the other way. Oh, they stop and look for a 3, but then pull it down. That was Brooks Geip. Now they feed it underneath to Rotroff, working against Titus Roar. Now back outside to Geip. Geip feeds down to Armstrong, down low. Now back out top of the key to New Love. New Love streaks, comes in, misses the shot. Rebound comes down to Zach Nobis. And the Bears will come the other way. Shirky with the basketball to Smith. Smith now over to Roar, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Rotroff. 5:29 to play, second quarter. Wauseon with the basketball. Brooks Geip has it now. Over to New Love. New Love will feed it underneath to Armstrong. Armstrong with the double team working, and they're going to get Smith with the foul. And again,
yeah, but I think he put his hands up now.
Yeah.
He didn't have them up when he was going around him right now. It looked good for the replay, but I think if you watch the replay, he didn't have them up when the move was made.
So now Smith is going to have to sit down with 2 fouls.
Plus, it doesn't do you any good to lobby.
Yeah, I know.
Really.
First shot is missed. Smith will sit down.
Man, I'll tell you what, these guys are not doing well from the free throw line here tonight.
Trent Armstrong only has 1 free throw in 2 games.
Gone there 4 times already, and they've yet to make one.
Thank you, Jim. They made one.
Well, there you go. We had to get them off the schneid somehow. How's that?
So it's 15-14 with 5:10 to play here, second quarter. Wauseon with the lead. Cup will get a timeout. Oh no, timeout. Cup was trying to drive and a 30-second timeout was called. Jim, do you have any totals for the Bears first quarter?
Yeah, they were 6 for 9 from the floor as well. Had 2 rebounds. They didn't go to the free throw line in that opening quarter. Peyton Lamberson had 2, 10 for Zane Cup, 2 for Evan Smith. All in all, they had 1 turnover, had them down for the 2 rebounds compared to 5 for Wauseon, but they're into a little better start other than the fact that early on, they've yet to make a shot. They're 0 for 2 right now with 2 rebounds. On the other side, only 1 point right now being scored in this first 3 minutes of this quarter, and that's a free throw that was scored by Trent Armstrong. Wauseon, again, at this moment, they're 1 for 5 from the charity line, so they could be up 3 or 4 right at this point in time if they would have just taken care of business at the free throw line.
Well, Bears will inbound after the timeout. Cup will go on his baseline.
Looks like we got some little Bears going to play a little basketball at the halftime here tonight.
So Cup with it, looking to inbound. He's got to give it in. He gives it to Rohr. Nice job by him to catch. Now back to Cup. Cup back out to Lamberson. Lamberson will feed down to Nobis, and now back out to Lamberson. It's gonna be Lamberson and Cup this possession. Just back and forth they go. Now they cross court over to Shirky. Shirky goes down low, then they feed underneath to Nobis, then back out. Rohr puts up a shot at the foul line. There you go, 2 points for Titus Rohr, and the Bears lead 16-15. Armstrong brings it down to Newlove. Now back over to Mosier. Back to Newlove. They feed it underneath to Rotroff. Rotroff back out to Armstrong. Armstrong launches a 3, nothing but net. So Armstrong now with 6 points on the night. Bears will come the other direction. It's a 2-point ball game. Wauseon leads. Nobis with the basketball. Nobis in trouble as a double team, and we're going to get a 5-second call.
Only the second turnover of the night here for the Bears. Both teams, I've got them both down for 2. So it's been a very well-played game, really a low-scoring game, but a very well-played game by both teams.
Bears need to keep that defensive pressure up. And they do right there as it gets knocked away by Peyton Lamberson, but Wauseon able to get it recovered. Shot up is missed by Owen Newlove. Rebound comes around and Rotroff's gonna get, we're gonna see it. The foul is gonna be on Bryan, and it's gonna be on Titus Rohr. That'll be 1 on him.
Yeah, common foul. Nope, it's going to be a shooting foul, they're going to say. He was taking a shot.
I guess.
He was falling backwards. I really didn't see him get the shot off. He was trying to.
First one is up and good. Rotroff now with 5 points on the night.
First point of the second quarter for the big senior.
The lead is 3 now. Second one bricks off. Rebound comes down to Wauseon. Boy, they totally boxed the Bears out that time. Owen Newlove misses the shot, though, and the rebound comes down to the Bears. Rohr.
Got to be happy with your freshman. He's got 3 rebounds and a couple of points tonight for you here early.
Nobis with the basketball. He's in trouble in that corner. They get it in that corner, and he just gets trapped. Shirky with it, over to Rohr. Rohr at the foul line, pops the shot, no good. Zane Cup skies for the rebound, and we're gonna get a push foul, and that's for everyone that happened down there. So, that's gonna be on their 32, Brooks Geip. That'll be his first. Cup hit his arm pretty hard down there.
Yeah, he came down pretty hard.
They'll try to inbound, and then they turn it over.
Wow.
So it'll be Wauseon basketball. Perfect opportunity there for the Bears, and just couldn't make anything happen with it. So Geip will bring up the basketball now.
Bears only scored 2 points here in the first 5 minutes.
Shot is up and no good for Trent Armstrong. Bears will pull that rebound down.
I think Lamberson got a part of that one there, Chris.
Yeah. The Cup. Over to Shirky. Somebody's got to take the outside shot. Back to Cup. Now back to Shirky. Maybe they're just trying to waste time, as you said, Jim.
Well, they are, and they're hoping that somebody's going to come wide open, and they have a couple times being patient.
Kipe will knock that one out of bounds, so the Bears will inbound again. Of course, no shot clock in high school. Levi Seiler will check in as Kipe sits down.
And again, this is a pretty short rotation for this Wauseon bunch.
They try to get it underneath to Rohr. He catches, puts it up and in. Titus Rohr now with 4. The first time he had the basketball, it didn't look too good.
Yep.
But they were able to be persistent, and now it's a 1-point lead again for Wauseon.
Get a little confidence.
Yep. They feed over to Mosier, who drives the lane, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Rohr. Bears are running it. Shirky with the basketball. Shirky looking for some help. They give over to Lamberson. Now over to Nobis. Nobis just inside the three-point arc, puts up a shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Seiler. Seiler's running it. Stops. Waits for Mosier. Mosier will pick it up, and then they give to Armstrong, who'll reset things with 1:43 to go, first half. Armstrong with it. Now to Seiler. Seiler will feed back to Newlove. They'll feed underneath to Rotroff. Rotroff puts it up, no good, gets his own rebound, and should get an over or back. No, what are they gonna call? They're gonna call it on Bryan.
Yep.
That's gonna be on Rohr, his second.
A triple team down in the box, so they actually are putting more guys down there than what I really thought they would. So far, it's been to their benefit.
Rotroff makes that one. He's got 6 now on the night.
Rotroff has been busy, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got him down for 5 boards and 6 points.
Second one rattles in and out. Rebound comes down to Seiler. Seiler puts it up and good. So that was a 3-point play right there. And the lead is open up to 4 now with 1:22 to play. Bears need to keep this 2 or 3 here going into the break, Jim.
They really do. And they need to box out on that defensive end. That's twice now. Wauseon in the last 3 or 4 times down down to the free throw line have been able to get that ball on the rebound.
Uncontested shots too.
Yeah.
So the 3 ball by Peyton Lamberson is no good. Rebound comes down to Wauseon. This is Armstrong, who gives over to Mosier. Mosier back to Seiler. Seiler over to Armstrong again. Now back to Mosier. Back to Armstrong, and Wauseon just trying to play for that final shot.
Wauseon would be happy to go in with a 6-point lead after the ball game that they've played here in this opening half.
Yep. Mosier with the basketball. Bears come in, and now the clock starts, or the 5-second count rather. Armstrong with it now. Wauseon just killing time. Content, and in a couple seconds you're going to see Rotroff cut to the basket.
Yeah, no doubt about
that. That's what they're going to try to do. Seiler with it. They do feed it underneath to Rotroff, who finds Seiler, and that's a 6-point ball game at the half. Wow, what some patience down there underneath by Wauseon.
A couple guys have played the ball game together. The double team again, as we said. You really don't want to have to double team him down there, even though he's 6'9", because he can pass the ball. And just like that, a nice little pass behind his back, pretty much, and a wide open player who really was wide open because the double team that happened on Rotroff at that point in time makes for an easy bucket. But all in all, Bears within 6 at halftime. I think everybody's got to be relatively happy.
Absolutely. We want to thank our sponsors bringing you the game tonight. BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet, by Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Darrow Shirky Ford, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Krill Funeral Services, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Northwest State Community College, and Bryan Ford Lincoln. Let's take a time out. When we come back, Jim will have the stats and much more after this on BMU TV.
Hey there, I'm Dieter Held with Darrow Shirky Ford Lincoln in Montpelier, Ohio. Here to tell you a little bit about the 2018 Ford Escape lease specials that we have going on this month. This 2018 White Gold Escape SE comes equipped with 4-wheel drive, Bluetooth, heated seats, and a reverse backup camera. Best of all, this 2018 Escape lease special comes in as low as $249 a month here at Williams County's #1 volume leader, Daryl Shirkey Ford Lincoln.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month. That's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU extended basic cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month. That's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU extended basic cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net.
When we moved into our new facility, I was a little worried about Bob. Bob really loved our temporary office pod. In fact, he was so comfortable, it was a bit concerning. The good news is that Bob has really embraced our new building and has seemed to settle into his new surroundings here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. Now I have a new concern. What's that old saying? People in glass offices should not wear bathrobes? We make buying a vehicle very comfortable here at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Back out at Bryan High School at halftime, it's 24-18. The Wauseon Indians on top of things, and you've got Chris Malang and Jim Funderburg with you here on BMU Tonight and BryanSports.com. Big shout out to all the people waiting for that concession stand in the cafeteria. Thanks for watching while you're waiting.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Get me a hot dog, bring it up. How about some popcorn, maybe a Twix bar?
Yep, that's how about good to me.
They can all bring it up. You just double that.
That's
Rob,
right.
Rob, same thing for anybody down there at the concession stand. Come on up. We'll show you the press box here, you know. We'll sign some autographs. You can get a T-shirt. Yeah, we got some 50-50 tickets that didn't win. You can have it all, man. Just get us 3 hot dogs, 3 Twix bars, 3 popcorns, and three Diet Cokes.
We're good.
We're all good to go.
All right, what do we got with stats for the first half?
Interesting first half, Chris. It was 14-14 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, all of a sudden the scoring dried up and things didn't really progress for either team. Wauseon did score 10, outscored Bryan 10-4 in that second quarter. Let's take a look at some of the numbers here real quick. As a team, Wauseon shot 3 for 9 in quarter number 2. They had 8 rebounds and they were 2 for 9 from the free throw line. So that could be a big concern for Coach Burt and his guys later on in this basketball game, as you're sitting here and missing 7 free throws in the first half. They're being paced right now by 3 different players. It's kind of what we talked about. You double team the big fella inside, they bounce the ball around, somebody else finds their shot. 6 points for Trent Armstrong, 6 points for C.J. Mosier, although those were the 2 threes that he hit early in the ball game in the first quarter, and 6 for Austin Rotroff. Other scores for Wauseon, Levi Seiler with 4 points and 2 points for Owen Newlove. All in all, 8 rebounds here in this first half for them, and only 2 turnovers in the first half. With the Golden Bears, it was really a kind of a tough quarter. They only got 6 shots off total, although that's not that many fewer than what Wauseon did with their 9. But neither team really got a lot of shots off. It was a very slow pace in that second quarter. Bears end up 2 for 6 in that second quarter. 6 rebounds. If you look at the points, though, the big glaring difference from the first quarter to the second quarter, Zane Cupp had 10 in that first quarter. He went scoreless in the second quarter, and so still has 10 at halftime. Peyton Lamberson with 2, Evan Smith with 2, and Titus Rohr, the freshman. We wondered how he was going to do coming in tonight, having to play the big guy. He's got 4 points already, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 rebounds. So I've got him down for 4 points, 4 rebounds. That's a pretty good first half for the young guy who's playing up against one of the better players, the better big guys, especially in the state of Ohio.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at some scores from around the region. It's Wayne Trace over Holgate in the 4th quarter, 46-12. It is Pettisville over Montpelier at the half, 24-19. Hicksville over Edgerton at the half, 24-22. It is Tenora over Antwerp in the 4th quarter, 28-23. What a low-scoring game there, 28-23. Van Wert over Kenton at the half, 20-17. It's Ayersville over Fairview, 30-14 at the half. Salina beating Defiance in the 3rd quarter, 30-25 at the half. It's Ottawa Glandorf over Shawnee, 44-30. Ottoville down to Fort Jennings, 31-20 at the half. Columbus Grove over Bluffton, 28-22. Pandora Gilboa in the 4th quarter up over Arcadia, 39-12. At the half, Northview over Perrysburg, 27-25. That's a good basketball game.
That's a good ball game.
Those two teams are really good. And yesterday, just to recap, another Bryan Golden Bears victory. It was the Lady Bears defeating the Indians of Wauseon yesterday, 56-39.
Wow.
Allie Miner had 15 in that game.
Good. Allie now at 1,016. It was kind of nice to see the presentation tonight before the ball game, and also her name now on the Wall of Fame here.
Yep, absolutely.
Will be there for eternity here in the gym at Bryan High School. Great to see her getting the honors that she well deserved here tonight.
Absolutely. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have second half action after this on BMU TV.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month. That's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU extended basic cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
Back out at Bryan High School halftime. It's 24-18. The Indians of Wauseon on top of the Golden Bears of Bryan. Indians looking to go 15-0 on the season, 3-0 in the league. And they have won 34 straight regular season games, Jim.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's pretty impressive when you can do something like that. And at this point in time, they're happy. They're up 6, obviously. They're unhappy because they'd like to be up 12. And it's going to be interesting to see how this all starts. Big start to this 3rd quarter if the Bears can stay with the Indians here and match them at least score for score, because you know Chad Burt's going to have this team fired up and ready to go. They're going to run a few plays that they talked about at halftime. They're going to try to get this thing to double digits as fast as they can. The Bears can avoid this stampede here early. This could still be a ball game at the end of 4.
Yep. Wauseon with it to start. Geip will drive the lane, put up a shot. Actually, that was Rotroff that put up a shot, and we're going to get a push foul. I think that's going to be on Titus Rohr.
And if that's the case, man, that's three on Titus Rohr right now. You see how they forced you to collapse there on the driving guard, and then he lobbed that ball in the air. Mr. Rotroff just tries to lay it in. Didn't go in that time.
First free throw is good.
But with that, you've got to make a substitution as you're going to bring Reese Jackson in. Not much choice. You know, you're going to have to bring another big in and hope that he could be as successful as what Rohr was early.
Second foul shot is good. So it's 26-18. 8-point lead for the Indians. Bears first possession of the second half. Finds Evan Smith bringing it across the timeline. Now he'll go left side to Cup. Cup feeds underneath to Jackson. Jackson back over to Lemons, who puts up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Owen Newlove. The Bears had nobody underneath to get that rebound, Jim.
Yeah, no, it had everybody boxed out very nicely. Got to make those shots.
Shot up and good for Newlove. And there's your double-digit lead, Jim.
Yep. Well, that's what you didn't want.
Yep.
Going to have to answer on this trip down the floor.
So Smith will have the basketball. We'll give to Lamberson. Lamberson will feed underneath to Lemons. Then over to Jackson. Jackson will back out, and it's knocked away by Trent Armstrong, who brings it coast to coast and puts it up and in. And Zach Nobis is going to be checking in at the next opportunity. And the opportunity is now, as Coach Fisher calls a 30-second timeout. We're going to take it with him. 18-30, the Bears trail after this on BMU TV.
An insurance policy is essentially a promise to pay for covered losses that occur to your assets. At Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, we take this promise seriously, from the minute you accept the policy to the moment the loss occurs and beyond. That's why we place your auto, home, or business insurance with an experienced carrier like the Central Mutual Insurance Company. Our expertise, matched with Central's quality products and service, provide you protection, security, and peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
Back out at Bryan High School, and Jim, exactly what we said we didn't want to happen happened. It's a 12-point lead now for the Indians of Wauseon.
Well, 6 unanswered points right now, and the Bears have to find a way to answer that one right now and get this back into single digits and then try to whittle away as the quarter goes on.
That's been their MO, is to take some time off each game, and I don't know if it's them taking time off or Wauseon just having some stuff set up.
Well, Wauseon went in and they figured a couple things out, and they've changed a few things, ran some set plays, and they're making things happen.
Shot by Peyton Lamberson is blocked, and Wauseon will bring it down quickly. Bears playing man-to-man defense. Brooks Skype has it now. They get into the side of Rotroff. Then back out to Armstrong. He thought about a three, feeds underneath the Rotroff. They collapse on him. He puts it up and in. 3 Golden Bears around him, and he still makes the bucket, and he has 10 now.
Well, he's starting to get the feel for this gym right now. He's got things going, and you don't have anybody big enough, even though you got 3 of them there, to really give him a challenge.
Lemons will put the backdoor cut in to Smith, unable to get it a shot, but then they'll get back out to Cup. Cup puts up a shot at the foul line, and it goes in.
There you go.
Nice little rattle off the front of the rim there for Cup. Cup's now got 12 on the night.
They're 1 for 3 now in this quarter. Going to have to find a way to get Cup hot again.
Absolutely. They spin off of Cup. They feed underneath the Rotroff. Ball tips up onto the board, and the Bears come down with it. That was a weird possession. Cup with the basketball. He looks to drive. Then he'll give to Nobis. Nobis will backdoor cut. Then over to Connor Lemons, who is fouled by Rotroff.
Rotroff with a pretty tough fall there, but right back up on his feet with no real harm.
That'll be his first foul. That puts Connor Lemons at the line, and not sure what his free throw percentage is. First one is up and good, though. I can't even read those stats. Those are confusing.
Let's see. Free throws. Here we go.
That's the team right there. Second one is up and good. Well, let's put it this way. He's 100% this half.
He's doing pretty good right now.
10-point ball game, 5:05 to play, third quarter. Bears putting up a full court press defense, and they find Brooks Geip to break that down. And they're going to keep it around the outside with Armstrong and then to Seiler. Seiler goes to drive, then dishes off to Geip. Geip launches a three and got it. 35-22. He now has three. Geip, he did not start the ball game, but has played pretty well off the bench.
First points of the night. But he's the kind of guy that can get hot and run off 8 or 10 in a hurry.
Absolutely. Cup with the basketball. Over to Lamberson. Lamberson will feed to Smith. Smith to Lamberson, now back to Cup. Cup will shake off the defender, put up a shot at the foul line and miss it. And again, Wauseon had all the players back there and nobody for Bryan. Quickly, Seiler with the basketball. It is blocked by Connor Lemons, and they're going to call a foul on Lemons. Wow.
That makes it tough too, because that's 3 on Lemons now.
Well, the officials saw something with contact there. The ball definitely came as a block, but whether they hit him in the hands or not. Seiler picks up foul shot number 1, and now it's 36-22, a 14-point ball game.
All of a sudden, they're shooting free throws a little better too in this third quarter. They're 3 for 3 now.
Seiler makes it 4 for 4, and it's a 15-point game. Bears need to get something going. Smith with the basketball. Over to Cup. Now back to Smith. Thought about a 3, then back to Cup. And we're going to get a, what do you call a palm?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. It's an interesting call.
6 turnovers now for the Golden Bears on the evening.
You honestly don't see that too much in high school basketball.
No, you don't.
Those games I do, those elementary games, I see a ton of those. 3 ball in the air, nothing but net for Brooks Geip. Wow. That's 6 for him. Wow.
Now it's an 18-point game.
Yep.
And the Bears again only scored 4 points here in quarter number 3.
Underneath to Smith. Smith puts up a shot off front rim and good.
4 now for Smith.
Armstrong brings it up. Working on Smith. They'll drive the baseline, and then we get a traveling violation. Owen Newlove took a little LeBron James steps.
You're allowed to do that on a Friday night if you're on TNT,
That's
but
right.
you're not allowed to do that if you're on BMU.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's how that works.
Smith brings up the basketball. It's a 16-point lead for Wauseon. Cup with it, tries to feed it underneath to Lamberson. Lamberson will turn. Lamberson will make a move, put up a shot, and it rattles home.
Wow, nice shot by Lamberson.
And he had a lot of contact on him as he was trying to make that pass in, or get that pass in and put up a shot. Armstrong will bring it up. And it's almost knocked away by Lemons. Then they'll get it down to Armstrong on the right wing. Now Seiler looks, or Geip throws a 3-ball, looks for a 3-ball, doesn't get it. They feed it underneath to Rotroff, who will fire it back in, and caught by Peyton Lamberson. So a turnover for the Indians that time. Let's see if the Bears can take advantage. Smith to Cup. Cup over to Lemons. Now Cup with the 3-ball jumper, no good. Rebound comes down to Brooks Geip, the 6'3" senior, able to power that rebound down over the top of Zach Novus. Geip with the basketball, then he'll give over to Seiler. Down to Newlove, now back to Geip. Seiler had a wide open 3, didn't take it, passed it around, now back out to Newlove. Newlove will feed underneath to Rotroff. Rotroff will lose, and they're gonna get a foul. They're gonna get a foul on, wow, they're gonna get a foul on Peyton Lamberson. That should have been a jump ball.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Well,
I think all he had was arm. That's why he ripped him down to the ground. I think he kind of hooked him. I'd like to see a replay on that one.
Too,
but I don't think he had much ball, and he had an awful lot of Rotroff, and Again, the big fella bounced pretty hard, but came right back up off the floor.
All right. Well,
where's that replay, man? Where's KB? Come on, KB. Where's the replay on that one?
First one's up and good. Smith was pleading the case.
Yeah, I know.
Now, this has not been a very good quarter of basketball for the Golden Bears. It's been a stellar one for Wauseon.
Did a tough one.
Front rim. Rebound comes down to Lemons. 41-26. Lamberson with the basketball. Now to Smith, right wing. Smith dribbles. Goes right side to Lamberson. Underneath, Lemons. Back out to Lamberson. Lamberson will give to Smith. Smith looking for it, and then he'll back up and reset it. Now to Cup. Cup. Over to Connor Lemons, who puts up a shot, leaves it short. I think he had a little bit of Austin Rotroff in his face as he was making that shot. They feed underneath to Rotroff, who puts it up off glass and good.
Out.
Rotroff now with 13 on the night.
Bears now outscored 21-8 here in quarter number 3.
You know, an 8-point quarter is not terrible, but when the other team has 21 and make it 23 right here, and he missed the shot. Rebound comes down to Smith, and we're going to get a jump ball. And it will be a Golden Bear basketball on the tie-up.
Give the Bears a lot of credit here tonight, man. They have not stopped playing basketball right now. They very easily could have allowed that to be an easy lay-in. Contested it and came up with the ball. And the main stop scoreboard has Bryan trailing Wauseon 43-26.
Dawson Roop will check in for Rotroff. And we're also going to see, I don't know who else came in. Oh, 52, well, 54, I think is really 52, Trevor Rodriguez.
Okay, yep.
Smith with the basketball. Bears need to get something going here. Cup looks to drive. Cup puts up a shot, and we're getting a blocking foul. And let's see if he was shooting. They're going to say he was. That's going to be on 22, CJ Mosier. No, they're going to say that was on the floor. So Bears will inbound under their basket. Smith looking to find somebody open. They give it to Lemons, who just had headed back towards the midcourt stripe. Smith with it. Smith will hand off to Cup, then to Lamberson. Lamberson drives, puts up a shot. No good. Rebound hustled, and that's going to end the quarter. And it was just a collision after Zach Nobis was trying to chase that rebound down. So we're going to take a timeout, head to the fourth quarter. Bears struggling, 43-26, back after this on BMU.
When we moved into our new facility, I was a little worried about Bob. Bob really loved our temporary office pod. In fact, he was so comfortable, it was a bit concerning. The good news is that Bob has really embraced our new building and has seemed to settle into his new surroundings here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. Now I have a new concern. What's that old saying? People in glass offices should not wear bathrobes? We make buying a vehicle very comfortable here at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and high-speed internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Back out at Bryan High School, ugly third quarter for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, it was a very ugly 3 for 10. I've got her down from the floor. Just a real tough situation. They scored 8 points compared to 19 for their opponent there in that quarter.
Wauseon gets the basketball to start the quarter. Mosier with it, then they'll try to feed underneath to Dawson Rupp. Up cross courts it over to Rodriguez. And they're just moving it around, feeding it to Rotroff. Rotroff will dish it back out. Now they'll feed underneath to Rodriguez. Rodriguez puts up a shot. No good. Rebound tipped around. And we're going to foul the other way. That's going to be on Wauseon.
You know, the guy that really kind of made it go in that quarter, Brooks Skype, 6 points, hadn't scored all night long, hit those 2 threes, and that was a big difference in quarter number 3.
And that's Rotroff's second foul. I thought they were going to get Rodriguez for it, but they didn't. Cup with the basketball, loses it on a triple team. Now they dish back out. Now Titus Rohr's back in, working against Rodriguez. He puts up a shot and good. Rohr now with 6 points on the night. Bears a little bit of pressure, kind of a 3-quarter court. Just making him honest. Armstrong, though, will feed underneath to Rotroff, and I don't know how there's nothing on that. So Smith hit the jack. Rotroff made the bucket. He has 15 now.
Very quiet 15 tonight.
Yes, he has. Smith with the basketball. Over to Cup. Cup will drive. And we're going to get a foul against Wauseon. That's going to be on Dawson Roop. So it'll be the 4th team foul. And the Bears will have the basketball again. Feed it underneath to Lemons. Lemons back out to Smith. Now they give it to Rohr. And now Cup will put up a shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Wauseon. Brooks Skype. Bears have gone cold the second half.
Boy, they really have.
Now Kuip will throw it up and get another 3-point basket. That's 3 for him. He has all 3 threes, right?
Only 3 shots he's taken have been from downtown. Yep, hit them all.
Smith with the basketball. It's 48-28, 20-point lead now. Smith will launch his own 3, nothing but net.
There you go.
Maybe we should start doing some of that outside shooting.
7 now for Smith.
They give it to Armstrong through. He puts up a shot and good.
Boy, Armstrong just got a step on us, and nobody could catch him.
Absolutely not. Smith now with the basketball, giving over to Lamberson. Lamberson loses it, and it's going the other way. Here's Skype again. He lays it off and misses the shot. Rotroff there to clean up the glass, and the Bears are going to call a full timeout. I want to thank our sponsors, Bryan Ford Lincoln, Northwest State Community College, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Crow Funeral Services, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Darrow Shirkey Ford, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, and BMU Cable and High Speed Internet. Let's take a look at some other scores from around the area. Here our score is 52-31 on the main stop scoreboard. 4th quarter, Wayne Trace 46, Holgate 12. It is Swanton over Evergreen in the 3rd quarter, 38-37. Hicksville and Edgerton still at halftime, last reported. Kenton over Van Wert, 41-35, 4th quarter. It's Saline over Defiance in the 4th quarter, 51-43. Ayersville over Fairview, 48-31 in the 4th quarter. Pettisville beat Montpelier, 52-49 tonight. Tenora beats Antwerp 39-36, and that score sounds very low. There's a reason why.
Yeah.
Tenora's head coach used to coach at Holgate.
Ah, there you go.
So, of course, that's a slow burn offense. And Ottawa Glandorf over Shawnee, 69-53, also in the 4th quarter. And a final, Pandora Gilboa beats Arcadia 54-18. So Bears will bring it down, trailing by 21. Here's Connor Shirkey, who has checked into the game. Shirkey over to Rohr. Back out to Shirkey. Shirkey to Smith. Smith will feed it underneath to Lemons. Lemons back out to Rohr, now back to Smith. Smith just inside the 3-point arc, misses it. Rebound comes down to Dawson Roop, and Wauseon will bring it down. 5:03 to play.
I've only got the Bears down for 4 shots here in this quarter. Now they've hit 2 of the 4.
3 ball goes to C.J. Mosier. How many? Can you count out how many threes there are for them?
They've hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threes.
Wow.
3 each for Mosier and also for the Gripe.
We're going to get a foul on Peyton Lamberson. No, we're not. We're going to get a foul on Trent Armstrong for them. The way that Coach reacted to that and the way that Peyton Lamberson reacted to that, I thought they were calling an offensive foul.
That could be the end of the night for Rotroff down at the 4.5-minute mark. He comes to the bench.
Yeah, he probably is done. So is C.J. Mosier. I don't know if he'll be back in.
Good idea. Well, you know, game where you're up 21 points with 4.5 minutes to go. You're 1 sprained ankle away from watching that 35-game winning streak come to an end.
Yep. Smith will drive, put up a shot, and good. Could have been goaltending the other way.
Nice shot for Smith to be able to get that step.
Geip will bring it up. Harris playing a little bit more tight defense. Feet underneath to Buter. Buter back out to Armstrong, who puts up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Titus Rohr. Bears are running it. 22-point game. Smith will drive. Smith loses the basketball. And now Wauseon will lose the basketball out of bounds. Nope. And we're going to get a jump ball. That'll stay with the Bears.
Wow, that one got a little sloppy.
Yeah, it did. Absolutely. So the Bears get it on the possession change. Brooks Geip will sit down probably for the final time.
Yep, I bet so.
So we got Dawson Roop out there. Dalton Rice is out there now for Wauseon. C.J. Mosier. Everett Buter. And there's a 5th one out there. Trent Armstrong still out there. Shirky with the basketball on the right wing. Shot is missed by Titus Rohr. And now the Bears contesting the rebound, but Wauseon able to clear it out. 3:33 to play. Now Wauseon's running the basketball. 3 ball in the air for Dalton Rice. Nothing but net. Wow.
Well, again, there's 7 of them. I've got them unofficially 7 for 11 tonight. On a very unofficial, number.
Titus Rohr puts up a shot, no good. Rebound is fought for, and a jump ball will go to Wauseon. 3:10 to play. We're going to start seeing people. Connor Arthur is going to check in. Trent Armstrong will sit down. C.J. Mosier sits down.
And the crowd starts to stand up and head towards the door. Yeah, it was an interesting ball game tonight, Chris, but this second half, Wauseon made some changes at the halftime, and then they came out and they're playing some ball here in the quarter number 3 and 4.
Puts up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Lamberson. Exactly what they did against Archbold, Jim.
Yep, you're right.
They're just a team that knows what to do. Peyton Lamberson, scoop shot, no good. Rebound knocked away, and then a jump ball called. So good job there by Connor Lemons to keep in there. Keep fighting for the rebounds. Zane Cupp will check back in. Peyton Lamberson will have a seat. Also going to see Austin Dean check in.
There you go. You made the comment too, only a sophomore. It does seem like he's been around a little longer than that. But
we've been calling the Dean boys name for so long, I feel like all of them are seniors, you know?
Yep.
I like Austin because he's quick and he may be small, but he's not small in stature. You know what I mean? He plays big.
He does.
He works
hard.
All
of them did. All those Dean kids played the same way.
Oh, missed. Titus Rohr rolled one around the rim. And it's kind of the way the cookie's crumbling tonight is it's a 25-point lead now.
It's a one and done pretty much for the Bears all night long. They've really not done a good job on an offensive board. That's been part of the problem that they've had, but the other part of the problem is they just have not been able to score. Only 7 points here in this quarter. 6 in quarter number 3.
So Wauseon will bring it down. Buter with it. Now Sean Brock is in. They're just moving it around.
Yeah, they're happy to run as much clock as they possibly can with just 2 minutes playing the ball game in a 25-point lead.
Roof will feed to Buter. Buter backs off his man, puts it up and in. First 2 points of the night for Everett Buter.
Buter had to get on the scoreboard. You know, that's just the kind of kid he is.
Yep. 27-point lead now. Bears moving the basketball around. Cup feeds it to Rohr. Rohr will dribble and then give to Dean. Now back out, 3-ball in the air for Connor Arthur. That's good. Got 2 subs coming in. Connor Shirky will check in. We're also 52. I'm going to give 52 as Davon Ramos.
Okay.
Davon Ramos. I'm going to say Trevor Rodriguez.
Who was he on the? This is the same kid from that. That's that Trevor Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah, okay, 54 though. We don't have a number.
Oh yeah, I don't have a 54 at all. That's a 52 down there, man.
Okay.
You've been hanging with me way too long.
White numbers on red. And I'm just kidding.
I'm wearing off on you right now, Chris. That's all there is to it. Your eyesight's as bad as mine now. Lucky you.
Wauseon just moving the ball around and putting up shots. We go under a minute to play. Dean with the basketball now. He'll drive. Bounce pass over to Connor Arthur. Launches another 3. No good. Rebound crashed, and then Connor Shirky gets it. So Arthur will give over to Rohr. You know, Titus Rohr played pretty well against Rotroff.
Yeah, you know, you've got to feel very good about that young fellow. Look at that move right there. You know, he's got 8 points now in the night.
And we're going to get a official's timeout. Apparently, we can just stop the game after a made bucket to bring guys in. Never see that anywhere. Adam Queen will check in, as will Noah Roebuck. We go under 25 seconds to play, 4th quarter. Wauseon with a big lead. 22. So Wauseon will move to 3-0 in the league, 15-0 overall. Bears will move to 1-2 in the league, 5-8, 5-9 overall. And that's going to do it. The main stop scoreboard shows the final score at 60-38. We're going to take a timeout, come back with some stats, and wrap things up here on BMU TV.
An insurance policy is essentially a promise to pay for covered losses that occur to your assets. At Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, we take this promise seriously, from the minute you accept the policy to the moment the loss occurs and beyond. That's why we place your auto, home, or business insurance with an experienced carrier like the Central Mutual Insurance Company. Our expertise, matched with Central's quality products and service, provide you protection, security, and peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536. At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
Hey there, I'm Dieter Held with Daryl Shirkey Ford Lincoln in Montpelier, Ohio, here to tell you a little bit about the 2018 Ford Escape lease specials that we have going on this month. This 2018 White Gold Escape SE comes equipped with 4-wheel drive, Bluetooth, heated seats, and a reverse backup camera. Best of all, this 2018 Escape lease special comes in as low as $249 a month here at Williams County's #1 volume leader, Daryl Shirkey Ford Lincoln.
Well, the main stop scoreboard shows this one as 60-38 as the Wauseon Indians defeat the Bryan Golden Bears, remain a perfect 15-0 on the season, and now move to 3-0 in the NWOAL. I want to thank our sponsors bringing you this broadcast. First, Bryan Ford Lincoln Mercury, Northwest State Community College, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Krill Funeral Home and Crematory, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Daryl Shirkey Ford, Oberlin Turnbull, and BMU Cable and High Speed Internet. Jim Funderburg is quickly tallying up the results here. Got the abacus, he's taking his socks and shoes off, counting on his toes and coming up with that. I will tell you while he's tallying up some stats. Oh, he's good? All right.
Oh, yeah, man,
All
we're
right.
good. But go ahead and say whatever you want to say,
I was
and
just
then
going to thank
I'll
our
bounce
crew.
in.
I was just going to thank our crew, but go ahead and give your stats.
All right, let's take a look at the Golden Bears here to start with. They scored 38 points tonight. I've got them down shooting not all that poorly, 44%, 16 for 36, 16 rebounds. Only 2 trips to the free throw line tonight for the Bears, Chris, which is a little bit unusual, but they made them both. So that's the good news with everything that went on. And I only have them down for 8 turnovers, so that's not a bad job handling the pressure that Wauseon put on them tonight. Individually, Peyton Lamberson with 4, Zane Cup with 12, but that's a little disappointing when you figure he had 10 of them in the first half, and then he scored 2 in the third quarter and went scoreless in the fourth quarter. 9 points for Evan Smith. Smith had 5 in that fourth quarter, so he was trying real hard. Connor Arthur came in the fourth quarter, made his 1 shot, or 1 out of 2. It was a 3-pointer, so he ends it with 3 tonight. And Connor Lemons ends with 2 points tonight. But the one that I think was the most impressive was the young fella, Titus Rohrer, who comes in with 8 points tonight.
Yep.
And he also ends up with, I had him down for 5 rebounds on the night. So not a bad night for the young guy who had to come in and had the tough job of guarding young Mr. Rotroff on the other side. For Wauseon, they shot over 50%, 55% from the floor, 21 for 38. I had them down, but 7 for 11 from the 3-point range unofficially. They also hit 7 for 15 from the free throw line, ended up with 27 rebounds compared to the Bears' 18. So they did a pretty decent job of dominating the glass here tonight, and they only had 7 turnovers total. They were paced by Austin Rotroff, who had 17. But when you look at the team, again, this is what we talked about at the beginning of the game. You go up the list. Brooks Geip had 9 points tonight for him.
3 threes.
Everett Bueter had 2 points tonight. C.J. Mosier had 9 points tonight. You can say that again.
3 threes.
3 threes. Okay. Owen Newlove with 4. Dalton Rice had 3 points, 1 3. Trenton Armstrong had 10. Levi Sealer had 6. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys scoring. You had 2 guys in double digits, and you had a couple of them that were coming to kind of close. So it just was that kind of night. If you were going to sit down and say who's going to win this one tonight before it started and by how many, and you said, well, the final score is going to be 60-38 Wauseon, I think a large number of people that walked into the gym tonight would have probably shaken their head as the game started and said, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep. The Bears now move to 5-9 on the season. Again, 1-2 in the NWOAL. They will host Fairview tomorrow night. They want to play Wauseon again. They'll host Fairview tomorrow night. Meanwhile, Wauseon remains perfect, 15-0 on the season, 3-0 in the league. They will play at Rossford tomorrow night. Next league action for the Golden Bears, as Fairview's out of league, they will go away next Friday night to Archbold, and then away the following Friday to Delta. Wauseon the other way, going with their league. They will play home against Liberty Center on Friday, then go out of league for Springfield, and then the following Friday they'll play away at Swanson. Well, Coach Burt, again, perfect 15-0 on the season. They won their 35th in a row. Golden Bears struggled all night. Want to thank our broadcast crew bringing you the game tonight. Will Jackson, Jonathan, and Sam Clark. Commentator is Chris Malenga, and of course Jim Funderburg helping me out. I appreciate your help tonight, keeping the stats. Our production assistant Chris Bryce and Eric Herman, our director. I want to thank our BHS Athletic Department, Mook Roofer, and Teresa Kuzmal. You can get your DVD of this or any other game by calling 419-633-6137. And of course, visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net and bryansports.com. Don't forget the cityofbryan.net has all the information on that new lower rate for your high-speed internet. Now just $30 a month, and we're looking forward to that. Well, this has been a production of BMU Video. This broadcast is copyrighted by BMU and the Board of Public Affairs for the private use of our audience. Any duplication or other use of this broadcast, including descriptions or accounts of the game, without BMU's consent is prohibited. One final time for all of us at BMU, the main stop scoreboard shows the Wauseon Indians 60, the Bryan Golden Bears 38. For all of us at BMU, I'm Chris Malenga. Have a good night, everybody.
We jumped, never asking why.